Sometimes life feels like it is just moving so quickly. You want to learn to save money, you want to save more money, you're not sure where to start. Well, what we are going to share today is the exact way that Paul and I have money in the bank, live way below our means, and still have a wonderful, full, abundant life. How do we do that? By living a retro, what some may even call outdated lifestyle. If this topic sounds like something you'd be interested in, stick around. This is the video for you. Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband's Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. Today's video, we are going to be doing a little retro living. We are going to be getting into the kitchen. We're going to be doing some organizing. We're going to be getting outside in the gardens. We're just going to be sharing our antiquated lifestyle, as some may say. This lifestyle allows us to live way below our means, enjoy life, experience wonderful vacations and time with family. We go back to the old ways. We slow life down and are intentional in all that we do. So the first thing we're going to start with is we're going to get into the kitchen, but we're going to do it a little differently this time around. Instead of me just telling you what I'm making, the ingredients that are going into it, we're going to have a little old-fashioned retro money-saving chat while we create some amazing strawberry muffins. So sit back, relax, and let's turn this camera around and get into the kitchen. We live an old-fashioned life, whether you want to call it antiquated or not. But some of the positives of this lifestyle is what we're doing right now. It's being mindful of the manual tasks like making muffins, creating meals from scratch, hand washing dishes, gardening. All these things give us a mental clarity and real freedom and peace. It reduces our stress. And these mindful tasks that we do bring us back to a simpler time. Nostalgia provides a sense of security, connectedness, and identity to who we are. Our furniture, our kitchen table, has been with us since 1987. It was handmade, wooden, 8 chairs, 2 leaves that go inside of it. It is 40 years old. And I'm sure we, God willing, can get another 40 years out of it. Investing in well-maintained vintage pieces can actually appreciate in value over time, serving as a functional investment. We also have much stronger ties with people because we do face-to-face conversation. We share family meals. That's so important to us. Paul and I feel like we have a sense of belonging. We connect to people on a level that a lot of society doesn't care about anymore. We've become such a digital age, and we need to remember that personal relationships are so important. Now, as I'm making these muffins, and I bet they're going to come out so well, I will share the original recipe for the muffins we're making together down below. I thought this would just be a great way we can cook together and chat a little bit. Because we live an antiquated life, Paul and I have minimal lifestyle creep. We don't keep up with the Joneses. We live in the same house we bought in 1987. Our housing cost is so much less than if we had bought over and over with mortgage on top of mortgage. We are debt free, and the thousands of dollars we save on being debt free by not having interest payments is staggering. So other people may look at us and say, wow, they are so dated. Maybe our clothes are dated, our house is dated, but we have financial freedom. We have money in the bank. We are able to do the things that are important to us. Financial security, being able to travel when we want. And also, by living this old-fashioned lifestyle, we reduce food waste. Think about how much money Paul and I save by using up bits and pieces of food, and you've seen our recipes over time where we do that. The average household, they throw away for about 1/3 of their food supply because the food has gone bad or they don't know what to do with it. Don't be one of those households. We do our own DIYs if we're able. We have that use it up, wear it out, or do without mentality that so many modern households don't even know about. And we love secondhand items. Yes, we buy our clothes secondhand. Yes, our home decor is a lot of secondhand item. But our home expresses who we are, and we love that. So if you have decided as well to live an antiquated lifestyle, you are the selection of people who have realized that quality over quantity counts, that people count more than electronics, that cooking from scratch and using whole foods tastes so much better and is so much better for you. We think that's wonderful. And remember, this lifestyle, you do it gradually. You pick up small habits as you go. And over time, these small habits become who you are and what you are. And that old-fashioned, antiquated life becomes a part of your heart, your home, and your lifestyle. The muffins were a 10 out of 10. Were they Paul approved?
They were Paul approved.
So yummy, moist, delicious. And if you don't have sourdough discard, then what you're going to want to do is just Google what to substitute for the sourdough discard. And the recipe, I'm sure, will come out just as great. It was so good. And we hope our little chat was motivating and at least allowed you to see how our intentional living, how the things we do are all caught up in a frugal lifestyle, and they all reflect our values and how we live, basically. Another aspect of that retro lifestyle is being a good homemaker, semi-good homemaker. I think I do all right. I do have to go through my pantry, my cabinets, the refrigerator and freezer every once in a while, make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Well, the cabinets right over here were falling a little behind. So I thought, let's do a motivational video together where I'll clean, declutter, and hopefully that will urge you on to do the same in your own kitchen cabinets. What I seriously need to stop buying, and you're going to see it in a minute. And you know we keep it real, and yeah, I went overboard on a certain item that I use quite often, but obviously I'm not using them quick enough. Well, you'll see what I mean. Let's get to organizing. One of the ways I like to stay in control of an old-fashioned life is by thoroughly checking my cabinets every once in a while. And as you can see, this one needs some serious help. things are just kind of thrown everywhere, and I am guilty of not very good organizational skills right now. So let's see if we can make this a little better. Okay, truth time. I have more tea than I would know what to do with in, oh gosh, a year or so. I'm always looking for that perfect chai. So I've got several different kinds here. I've got some decaf tea. I love Darjeeling, but I'm going to have to really look through this and see what I'm going to use and what I'm not. I have a brand new can here that my niece had given me. I forgot all about it. It was in the back of the closet. So I am going to have to go through this. I forget what I have, and this is really a lot of tea. I've got to consolidate it, see if I can give some away, and if it's old, just open it up and add it to the compost. I'm sorry to say, but hopefully once I consolidate it and look through it, it'll be a little more controllable. Every morning and afternoon, I usually just have regular black tea. Right now, Red Rose is the one I'm drinking, and I forget all about these. I'm going to have to be much more diligent and not buy any for a while. This is an open bag of fine egg noodles I found in the cabinet, and I have all these empty, wonderful, clear containers that I got years ago. What I like to do is just take the noodles, empty them right into the container, and then I cut out the cooking directions from the back of the bag. Just put that right in there. Pop the lid on. No open bag shoved in the back of the cabinet. If you've been around my channel any length of time, then you know what this is. I created this little Lazy Susan spice holder. Actually, I have two of them in the cabinet from items from the Dollar Tree. It's just 2 cake pans. And then what I did was I put some marbles underneath. And it makes a wonderful little Lazy Susan for a couple of dollars. And I've had this for years. Really works well. Of course, if you have small children, you want to keep it out of their reach because of the marbles. But it works out so well, super inexpensive, and just a win. What a difference. Everything has its place. Flowers are up top with my chocolate chips, and in that plastic bag we have powdered sugar, brown sugar, honey. I forgot to show you this. The last time we were in Lancaster, you all had told me to look for the lady finger popcorn kernels. And we did. We got this at Shady Maple Food Store. And I think it was like $2 something for the whole bag. And they are amazing. They're these tiny little petite kernels, and it makes a wonderful popcorn. And I'm going to be adding the popcorn as soon as I wash out those clear containers that we had other items in. I have my salt in a mason jar. As you can see, each container of pasta has got the directions on how long to cook them right in with them. I've got my baking powder and cornstarch, and then we have my spices. So I am feeling so much better about that. One of the great aspects of decluttering is reevaluating past purchases. What worked? What didn't? Obviously, little too much going on with all those teas. And I know this may be silly and, okay, what am I worried about? But honestly, that was just way too many teas. And I'm trying to find like the perfect chai tea. And if anybody has any suggestions, no, don't leave them. But yeah, go ahead, leave it down in the comment box below, and maybe after I finish what I have, I'll try yours out. So reevaluating past purchases is very important as you're decluttering, as you're organizing. See what you have bought that you have not used, or not worn, or not eaten, and stop that and try not to buy it again. It's a great money saving tip, right? Always reevaluate past purchases. So we did a little organizing. Now what we're going to do is get outside and we're going to check on our spring gardens, because spring is really here. One other money saving tip that I can give you that is old fashioned, frugal, retro, is to invest in perennial plants. Annuals come up once a year, die, and you have to rebuy them. We have really switched over now to perennials, plants that come up year after year. And I'm talking about flowering plants. And we're going to show you some of the ones that we have purchased in the past, and even some that have come with our house. The lilac bushes, I've been here since like 1987, and that lilac bush is still going strong. So invest in perennials, not annuals, because the colors and the blooms just come year after year. And we also have to share an item that expired and what we did with it, how Paul utilized this item. It was a food item in the pantry that was way too old. So let's get outside and see what's going on. While cleaning out that cabinets, I found a bag of expired barley. And Paul was like, give it to me for the compost. That will work so well. Adding dry barley to the compost, it acts as a powerful activator for compost, speeding up the breakdown of material due to its high nitrogen content. We do have two composters, so we're kind of splitting the expired barley between the two containers and just mixing it in. Look at how dark that soil is. Well, actually, it's compost. How dark it is when Paul pulls it up from the bottom. Just such a great way to have some beautiful, beautiful vegetables and feed them well. Oh my goodness, I have to show you this. Look at this Japanese maple. As I was filming, I was like, oh, spring is here. We're going to show you some beautiful footage of our yard in just a minute, but had to give you a shot of that. As you can see, everything is in full bloom. It is so beautiful. My wisteria bush, Paul found a vine of it on the side of the road, brought a branch home, planted it, and you can see how big and beautiful it is. We also have wisteria at our little house in Carolina, but having it here in the north is just so special to me. So we hope you enjoyed that segment. Today's question of the day: We have got about 400 new viewers within the last week or two, which is so wonderful, and we welcome you all. But for the viewers who have been with us since the beginning and are new viewers, can you leave down below what state you're watching from? I mean, if you feel comfortable, by all means, you can leave the city too. But I would love to know what state or even what country you are watching from. That would be so wonderful to Paul and I. We love to read the comments, and leave us a comment. We love feedback from you all and we appreciate it. So let us know where you're from. We'd love to hear. So we thank you so much for sharing this time with us. Don't go away yet, because at the end of this video, Miss Dixie asked if she could come on. And of course we had to say yes. And there's a really cute clip of her. And I know so many of you are always asking how she is and what she's up to. And she is living her best life, just so you all know. So we thank you again for sharing this time with us. We ask if you'd please take a minute, give this video a big thumbs up. It helps us so much here on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. Click the notification bell and make sure it's turned on to all. So every time we make a video, you will be notified. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you. And now, Miss Dixie.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's through the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end.
Dixie, you gotta bring baby. Get baby inside. You gonna bring baby? Get baby. What a good girl. You brought your baby inside with you? Yes, you did.